Okay. Hey, Sanjay. Hi, Zev.
All well. Pankaj, thank you so much. How's everything with you?
Good, good, fantastic. So let me just start the recording and then we will be getting started in a minute. Okay. Thanks everybody for joining today's demo day. This is Pankaj Gupta from EthAum's Venture Partners. We would like to start the event with a brief intro from Madhu, as always. Just so you know, we are recording the session and we are also doing the live stream on YouTube so that more people can watch the video and watch the recording later. And I'll start with the intro video in a moment.
Welcome to EthAum's B2B demo day. This is Madhu, Head of Sales and Marketing at EthAum. If you are here for the first time, then I would love to give you a brief overview of EthAum. We are a deep tech revenue accelerator based in Singapore and have worked with 80 deep tech startups from seed to Series B stages. Our portfolio startups have received GTM and scaling support from the likes of Enterprise Singapore, Cyberport Hong Kong, Microsoft, AWS, Oracle, Rackspace, Unisys, Ripe, and many others. We run a zero BS revenue scaler program called Plugin US ASEAN with a sole focus on attracting enterprise pilots. During the program, EthAum and its startups work really hard to fine-tune the GTM, acquire customers, strengthen the pipeline, and grow the MRR. Today, we would love to present 11 deep tech startups and get your support in scaling them. Since we are sector and geography agnostic, presenting startups are from various geographies and sectors such as BFSI, marketing, supply chain, sustainability, data analytics, and security. So, are you excited to hear 4 minutes long video pitches and ask few brutal questions? If you do not get a chance to ask questions after the pitch, then please put them in the chat section and the founders will reply them shortly. If you want to do a deep dive or explore investment or pilot opportunities, then please schedule a separate call with respective founders. We also have a jury with a strong investment background. They are going to score startups on various aspects and share their feedback at the end of the event. Hope you have favorite drinks with you and you are ready to hear 11 innovations from our experienced and super energetic founders. Without further delay, I'll request Pankaj to take the event forward with our jury members' introduction. Once again, thanks a lot for joining us today.
And this is how you do a high energy intro. Now it's time for our esteemed jury to introduce themselves. Please provide a brief 30 seconds introduction. I'll start with Abhaya. Abhaya, there, please unmute yourself.
Yes. Hello. My name is Abhaya. I'm based out of Sydney. I have been working in the early stage business and venture space for the past 7 years, including my own entrepreneurial experience. And before that, I started out in investment banking. My last role was as the fund manager for Scale Up Media Fund, which does media for equity investments in B2C companies. And I'm currently an associate at Astro Corporate Advisory, responsible for raising their PropTech fund, as well as M&A and other capital raising advisory services. I'm a little unwell, so my voice is off, but I hope that was okay.
Hope you feel well, Abhaya. Thanks a lot for joining us today. Elias?
Hi Pankaj. Thanks for having me. So I'm Elias. I work at a company called Elevate VC. We are a deep tech venture capital fund based out of Singapore. We invest primarily into seed stage companies, although we go as early as pre-seed and as late as Series A. So at Elevate, I am a VP of investments now.
Thanks a lot, Riaz.
Thanks.
Nick?
Hi, everyone. I'm Nick. I'm based in Hong Kong. I've been a portfolio manager of Australian and Asian equities for 20 years, managing institutional and hedge funds. Been an angel investor for the last 5 years and been doing venture capital for the last couple of years. a venture partner at VE Venture Partners, venture fund based in the US and Hong Kong. The GPs have invested in over 20 unicorns, including Facebook, Uber, Twitter, Venmo, Oculus. Very happy to be on the panel.
Thanks a lot, Nick. Appreciate it. Vishist?
Sure. Thanks, Pankaj. Hi, everyone. My name is Vish. I work with Blockchain Valley Ventures. We're based out of Switzerland and Singapore, and we have a presence in San Francisco as well. We invest in early stage startups, so anywhere between pre-seed to Series A rounds across a bunch of sectors. So the sectors that we're looking at are Web3, AI, machine learning, and cybersecurity. And I lead partnerships and community, and very happy to be here and listen to all the pitches today. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Vish. Sanjay?
Hi, thank you. Thank you, Pankaj. And thank you, everyone here joining today. Some of you are joining late from Brazil and US. My name is Sanjay Desai. I'm a supply chain professional, worked for 11 different global brands, ran global supply chains from Singapore, US, Australia, and a few other countries. Currently, I run my own advisory consulting and also a senior executive supply chain headhunting. Very happy today, and all the best to all the 11 startups. Back to you, Pankaj. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Sanjay. Talent?
Hi, thank you very much, Pankaj. My name is Talent. I'm with Zemo Venture Capital. We're based in Shanghai and Hong Kong. We focus on early stage investments. That's from pre-seed up to pre-series A. So we basically have been doing this for the past 3 years, and I'm looking forward to meeting various startup leaders and getting into various ecosystems. And also I'll be happy to share some of my insights on how we've been helping some of our portfolio companies to enter into markets like Hong Kong and Taiwan. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Talent. I know many startups are looking for the right talent, so, so apologies for the bad joke. Okay, Harleen.
That's all right.
Hi, my name is Harleen. I'm based out of Singapore, and I work with Elevate VC, which is an early stage deep tech investor. We invest anywhere from pre-seed to Series A with a focus on B2B businesses. I actually started out my career in banking and finance at Standard Chartered. I moved on to the capital market space. So a lot of experience with deal sourcing and structuring specific deals. And yeah, I'm very excited to be here and learn more.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Harleen. Again, thanks to the jury for being part of the event today. I'm sure we will have some really interesting questions today from the jury. Jurors, please don't forget to score startups after their pitch. We will also seek your final take at the end of the pitches. Also, please use the suffix jury with your name so that the audience can identify you easily. Before diving into the pitches, I would love to share some housekeeping rules. Keep yourself muted throughout the presentation. Unmute yourself when you are requested to do so. Please use the chat section for Q&A only. Don't spam it. If you are a service provider and want to share more about your work, then we would love to give you 10 minutes in the end so that you can promote yourself. Raise your hand if you have a question that you want to ask. There's a emoji, raise emoji, hand emoji that you can use. And now it's time to start our first presentation from Arxen. It's a Brazilian startup using generative AI to bring some crazy efficiency in the architectural project planning space. And we are on the pitch now.
Hello, my name is Thomas Takeuchi, co-founder at Archigen, a Brazilian startup with the ambition to remodel the way we create architectural projects. What if we could generate design options in just a few seconds? With only 2 years of existence, we already managed to accomplish some promising results. Compared to last year, we had 169 quarter-over-quarter growth with $188,000 in deals closed only in the second half of 2022. If you have worked with architects to design your home, let's say, you must know it takes weeks or sometimes even months to finish a single design option. Why does it take so long? Well, the truth is that doing architecture is just hard. It has an extremely lengthy work pipeline. You have to understand the client's problem, sketch a lot of possibilities, express the concept in a way the client can understand, And if everything goes well, you still have to create all the technical drawings. ArchiGen simplifies this tedious and expensive process. We have built an AI-powered generative design solution that conceives architectural design options in just a few seconds. The AI understands the client's problems and associates specific architectural constraints to solve it. All the criteria used are scored and plotted on an easy-to-understand dashboard to help choose the right design option. This is a preview of our solution, where you can import an existing building, set the architectural program, and navigate through many design options. You can also export the one you like the most to your BIM software of preference, and have all the 3D model, materials, and technical drawings completed automatically for you. As benchmark so far, we have reduced our client's time to generate architectural layouts from weeks to seconds, with more than 10 valid options instead of just one delivered by traditional architectural services. Over a year period, this represents a cost reduction up to $8 million. For now, ArchiGen targets business with high demand for architectural service. They have an aggressive expansion plan or they need to update the design of existing buildings. With that in mind, we see most opportunities in the real estate, data center, retail, and bank sectors. Our business model is a customizable software as a service. We charge a setup fee of $100,000, a license per user per month of $350, and an optional premium support service. As a brief history of ArchiGen, in April 2021, we deployed our first production software to the largest bank in Brazil. Since then, we have been successful in retaining and upselling them. In July of the same year, we did our first proof of concept for a real estate company, proving that our solution works on different scales of projects. One of our go-to-market strategies is through system integration. We have partnered with the major construction software companies such as Autodesk, McNeil, and Trimble, making our software able to communicate with theirs. This allows us to have access to their leads and have their credibility during the sales process. ArchiGen has also partnered with architectural software implementation companies, having them recommend our solution to their clients. The global architectural services market size was estimated in $351 billion in 2022. What distinguishes ArchiGen from the competitors is our adaptability. Our solution works on many scales and is highly adaptable to different business domains and architectural constraints. The only reason we could achieve this much is because of our team. Alex and I, even though learning how to code early on in our careers, come from an architectural background. Alex has his master's degree in parametric design at Architectural Association London. My master is in big data for urban design at Mackenzie University, São Paulo. Our CTO, John, is a software engineer with a master's degree in AI. We are currently fundraising $1 million to achieve a $4 million ARR and technological scalability. Thank you for your time.
Okay, do we have questions for Oxen?
Yes, I have one.
Please.
And forgive my limited knowledge of the market that you play in, what is the differentiation to your key competitors?
Thomas?
Okay, hello. Most of our competitors have a standard solution that should apply to every single business. But the key thing about architecture is the most important thing for a real estate company, for example, is their specific view on architecture. You can't just apply a generic view and constraints to solve your problems in your that represents your company. And this, most of our competitors don't have the possibility to customize their architectural constraints. That's the most key differentiator that ArchiGen offers. We can understand the client's view of what good architecture is, and then transfer this knowledge to our AI that creates a closer design option to what a human architecture of this company would do. And we can apply to any different constraints that the client might have.
Thanks a lot, Thomas. You may be seeing a poll on your screen. Please select options that that worked well for you. One last question for Arjun.
I have a question for you,
Please.
Arjun. I've worked with several of the large architects, SOM, HOK, and so on. And the actual drawing for large buildings, the value is in the imaging and initial SDs, even before you get to SDs. That is what a client is paying for essentially when they're bringing in large architects. I understand that then your system would fit in to do the SDs and DDs and through CDs, or can you go to CD level, construction document level?
Go ahead.
No, we don't go up to the construction document. We just go to the concept and schematic drawings, which is 35% of the whole work. We understand that clients hire architects to do extremely good concepts, but this would be more on a flagship building or something like that. If you are working, let's say, in the retail sector, that you just need to replicate a lot of buildings with the same visual identity, then our solution applies to you. If you want to do a flagship building, like let's say a museum or something like that, then it's better to hire a specific architect.
Thanks a lot, Thomas. If there are more questions for Arjun, please use the chat section. And next is CloudWorks, which offers a no-code platform for creating enterprise metaverse applications. And there's a hint, you are going to hear about them a lot in the next few months. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Yuvraj, founder and CEO of CloudWorks. We've created a no-code platform that lets you create 3D apps for enterprise metaverse, such as digital twins, allowing you to achieve business insights 10x faster and reduce your time to market by 80%. We call it CloudWorks Studio. Before I start the pitch, I'd like to talk about an inevitable growing force, digitization. Factories are going to look very different by the end of this decade. Every aspect of work that can take place digitally will become more immersive, allowing your workforce to gain real-world, real-time insights right from their desk as they manipulate and interact with the 3D replicas of their factories called digital twins. This is not something that's far-fetched. It's already happening around us. But there's a big problem. Only 0.0007% of factories have implemented it. Because 3D application development is hard. It requires experienced developers, costly game engine licenses, and months to convert your factory to 3D and make it actionable over an app, driving the cost of one implementation to $1 million per factory, thus out of reach of 6.2 million factories who want to implement it but can't. This is not okay. Digital twins are amazing, and we want every factory to have this. We just need a framework that combines the elements of 3D and IoT in a no-code fashion so that anyone can create 3D apps without knowing the technical complexities that go behind these solutions. This is where we step in. Our vision is to make digital twins and 3D simple and accessible through our no-code platform that makes the creation of 3D applications as easy as creating a PowerPoint slide. The first step is to connect your sensors, devices, data lakes, and ERP systems. Second, create the look and feel of your app by customizing and editing the web, mobile, and 3D models. Lastly, modify the data parameters, link interactions, create simulations, and embed contextual 3D analytics on your app and publish it in one click. Powered by a tech stack based on a granted US patent, our solution has already been deployed for homes, buildings, factories, ports, terminals, utility centers, and even cities, making them smarter and more efficient and allowing them to make more informed decisions more quickly. We make money in 2 stages. The first stage is a paid pilot, where we discuss the solution implementation and use cases for the factory type. The second stage is a monthly SDK license, which is given to the enterprises as a sandbox so that they can continue to build and improve on the digital twin applications. Over the past couple of months, we've grown at a rate of 150% quarter over quarter, and have been a part of the following accelerator programs. We've also been shortlisted for CDOT for integration with CCSP to enable our no-code digital twin platform. We're also onboarding channel partners in US, ANZ, and the Middle East in Q4. The global digital twin industry was valued at $6.5 billion in 2021 and is projected to reach $125.7 billion by 2030. The The best part is that we don't have any direct competitors with our combination of no-code, IoT, and 3D. These are some of the solutions that come very close to achieving what we are doing, and it's clearly evident that they lack the flexibility and no-code capabilities that are offered with CloudWorks Studio. Also, we're the only solution that allows you to take the code output. We run on a browser, so you don't even have to buy AR/VR for a factory worker. Our team comprises of 15 engineers and developers who come from a gaming, VFX, and IoT background. We're raising a seed round of $2 million for 20% equity, which will be largely used in sales and marketing and product development. The round will give us enough runway for 18 months, during which we will be expanding to the US, Middle East, ANZ, and ASEAN markets, and launching the B2B version of the product by Q1 next fiscal. Join us in this movement. You can reach me on the details provided. And one more thing. Here's a glimpse of our no-code AI/ML builder. In 3 clicks, I've created a report predicting my factory's cost and CO2 emissions for the next month. I can plan my decisions accordingly without having to depend on anyone, without writing code, and optimize it in a 3D dashboard through CloudWorks Studio. Thank you.
Okay, questions for Yuvraj?
Hey, Yuvraj, Sanjay here.
Yeah. Hi, Sanjay.
As a user, do I require any specific training or a software that I should so that I can operate this? And number 2, do I require any specific client application, or it just works seamlessly via the cloud application?
Yeah, so it's browser based, so you don't need any dependencies. Even for that matter, you don't even need a GPU. As if you have a powerful enough CPU, you can basically run our 3D digital twin platform right on the browser itself.
Thank you.
Okay, next question. And there's a poll on your screen. Don't forget that.
Yeah, so I'd like to ask the question. So you mentioned that you have a patent. Can I check what does it, broadly speaking, cover?
Sure. Yeah, I'll also paste the patent link over here in the chat section, so you can go through it at a leisure in detail. So essentially what it covers is our solution is an amalgamation of 5 technology layers together, which is hardware, middleware, edge, application, and cloud. So the patent is covering what is happening where, let's say, this 3D application, or 3D asset, which is residing in the application layer, how it's able to interact with the hardware device that is in the hardware layer. So the patent covers all these steps, how this end-to-end communication is happening bidirectional.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot. If there are more questions, please take them in the chat section. Next is Kiri, which is a Y Combinator startup from the USA offering a passwordless authentication platform to the BFSI leaders. And founders are up at 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. right now to answer your fantastic questions. Here we go.
Hello, my name is Grant, and I'm here to introduce Kiri, which is an authentication company that provides a simple and secure form of passwordless MFA. Our mission is to address the growing need for customer account security in a rapidly increasing digital financial environment. We're a team that has not only demonstrated long-standing thought leadership in the cybersecurity sector, but also has firsthand experience building novel authentication products. And we've surrounded ourselves with a deep bench of investors and advisors with diverse and helpful backgrounds. Now, I think you can guess what the problem is. Passwords are the bane of our existence. Nobody here likes passwords, but I think it's important to quantify what that pain means for your users. Over half of users would abandon a service if their login experience was frustrating. And that's without even taking into account the prevalence of account takeovers, with more than 4 out of 5 breaches coming from stolen credentials, phishing, or misuse of passwords. For ideal MFA, we need uncompromised UX and security. Companies have tried to fix this solution by adding MFA, from email magic links to hardware security keys. The problem is, these solutions only solve half the problem, either ease of use or security. As we looked at on the last slide, you need both sides to keep your users and to grow. That's where Kiri comes in, establishing an invisible layer of trust without imposing friction across the user journey. For account opening, account login, and subsequent high-value transactions such as money transfers, which have now become a regulatory requirement due to PSD2 in Europe and other parts of the world. How do we do this? Kiri delights users on all devices by transforming every login into a one-step biometrics-based process. Users just scan a QR code on your login page with their smartphone, pass biometrics in your mobile app, and they're logged into your web app. This same process can be done for login or any other authentication event as mentioned on the previous slide. Now this next slide shows what your login page might look like with Kiri Auth. You can choose to go full passwordless or just add a QR code next to your existing login methods for a simple and secure experience, similar to what large enterprises like Citibank and SingPass have created. But for the first time, the company has productized this approach for you. Now, I've focused a lot on simplicity and UX, but underneath that is a unique privacy-preserving auth-flow. Curie leverages asymmetric cryptography to generate key pairs, with the private key being stored on the user's device and the public key being stored in a company's auth server. In between that key generation and transfer process is Curie's API, which acts as an end-to-end encrypted relay layer for authentication requests. And one feature that we think is huge is Curie never sees any user data, so the attackers couldn't get anything from us, even if they tried. To add to that security layer, Curie provides comprehensive risk signals that provide extreme anti-phishing protection. By leveraging our cryptographic key pair approach, we're able to help companies establish device fingerprints, device lineage, and precise audit trails. Curie's risk engine looks at a number of factors that are listed here, from checking to see if a device has a fingerprint, to comparing if the IP address distance between the phone and the browser is close. We then work with each company to help determine what signals to allow, warn, and deny for, as shown on the right side of this page. And we've seen some strong traction to date, with 400 plus self-serve customers currently leveraging Curie, 6 active integrations in process, and we have a deep pipeline of new opportunities as well. To streamline this process, we integrate with IAM providers and work with white label banking and crypto providers, as well as system integrators, so that integration can be completed in as little as a few days. And why do we have this traction? It's because Curie benefits your entire organization. Looking at an example bank with 1 million users, Curie helps the lives of product, security, marketing, and customer support teams. First and foremost, Curie can increase revenue by about 4% by reducing login friction and fraud, while increasing app downloads significantly. On the expense side, we can cut account takeovers by more than 80% while reducing call center volumes to put money back in your pockets. Finally, let's look at our expansion goals. We plan to raise between $8 and $10 million to fund sales and marketing expansion within our existing product offerings, while expanding our authentication solution to include appless QR login and platform biometrics, as well as mobile application security. With Curie, you can add a lot by adding so little. Delight your users, stop fraud, add a Curie QR code to your authentication flow today. Thank you.
Okay, questions for Curie? Go ahead, Abhiram. Yep.
Yeah, I may have missed this in the presentation, but can you help us understand how big the market is?
Yes, Abhaya. I'm happy to answer that question. It is a fairly large market because authentication is a login problem, which is basically for any application that is consumer facing. For us, the market is more focused on the B2C side, and more specifically, the vertical is fintech and financial institutions. But as we specialize in fintech, we cover a lot of other platforms within, such as trading, crypto exchanges, etc. By some third-party estimates, it's a market size of about $6 billion when it comes to passwordless authentication, specifically.
And that's in the US, $6 billion in US?
That is, I think, more global in nature, perhaps, right. But one party. But the applications are numerous outside of fintech. So once the broader market adopts that solution, you can see an expansion in that time too.
Vish, I see you have raised your hand. Please go ahead.
Yes, thanks, Pankaj. Seth, so I have another question. So we've invested in a company that's very similar that do something similar to what you guys are doing. They work with biometric authentication. I wanted to ask you about the competition and the scope of defensibility that you have right now, because it's a very crowded market to my understanding. How do you stand out with the competitors right now?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I think passwordless authentication has become a buzzword. Quite a lot of people do offer it, but some people using email magic links or basic SMS verification would also call themselves passwordless auth. Our differentiation is that we are cryptographic experts that allow us to offer a phishing-resistant login and device fingerprinting solution. And when those two things come together, we are able to uniquely offer not just authentication for fintechs, but also fraud protection, which looks at account opening, audit trails, which is device-centric, and leverages biometrics on top of it. So those additional layers allow us to become more of a mobile application security and an authentication and fraud solution all packaged up together. And I think that uniqueness and that combination of solution is our differentiating factor.
Thanks a lot, Seth. Okay, if there are more questions, please use the chat section. Next is Libera, unlocking the power of retail consumer data in developing nations using Web3. Here we go.
Hi, it's my pleasure to introduce Libera to you today. Our mission is to liberate people around the world by unlocking the power of the data that they have at their fingertips. The problem we're solving is that the retail sector and the world's largest markets is mostly managed by pen and paper, and billions of people on the foundation of these supply chains have no way to share very valuable data. The brands can't forecast demand, they don't know what product to put in what warehouse, and this creates too much lost sales, unsustainable waste, and an over $1 trillion trade finance gap from suppliers to merchants. Our solution is the first to obtain sales data in these markets from all retailers with micro incentives and predict demand while increasing sales for the brands and merchants, empowering millions of micro retailers at the base of the supply chain to have a more profitable business and to sustainably generate new income from selling their data through our unique share to earn approach and getting access to working capital to expand their business. We enable new mechanisms for data acquisition. This collaboration trend is a fantastic one across many industries, but it really impacts the retail and supply chain space. With our recently launched first ever tokenized micro retail point of sale app running on Android, we have obtained government endorsement and support for the Libera retail product, and we're working to democratically incentivize retailers across the Philippines and in other markets. Through our second product, the Libera Connect platform for the movement of goods, we already have data touching almost 300,000 stores in the Philippines, but also a complete operations platform for intelligent distribution with warehousing, transport, order management, and e-commerce. This is more than any other supply chain provider in the market, and we're rapidly driving traction and revenues with this unique combination. Libera AI, our third product, uses data from Libera Retail and Libera Connect to build predictive analytics and make supply chain management more efficient. For example, telling shippers which products are in most demand and what needs to be ordered so it's in stock to avoid lost sales. Our current focus is the Philippines, but we're eyeing immediate expansion into Indonesia and looking to expand into Vietnam and other fast-growing populations where the populations are in excess of 100 million and the same supply chain problems manifest over and over, giving us an incredibly large addressable market. We're starting to work with a number of multinational brands and very importantly have recently obtained the endorsement of Gartner at the regional level, but also the government here in the Philippines. We're moving into profit this month through revenues on the Libera Connect platform and raising capital to deploy Libera Retail to more stores so that we can generate additional revenue selling this data to banks, corporate clients like 7-Eleven and others. We have some opportunities in the pipeline that are over $1 million in annual revenue each. There are other new players starting to target this micro retail point of sale space, which is rapidly digitizing, but we're looking to outcompete them with better AI, Web3, and access to working capital by integrating with banks and fintechs. We ultimately punch into this very valuable space of enterprise data management, where companies like Snowflake and Databricks have built valuations in the tens of billions of dollars, but nobody's done it yet in this part of the world. I have a career of experience in Asia supply chain and entrepreneurship, including a decade working with multinationals. And my co-founder, Johan, knows more about Southeast Asia supply chain technology than anyone. Together, we've built the best possible team for this venture, including some of the world's greatest minds in data science and AI, as well as local experts to guide us. Currently, we're focused on raising capital to drive revenues and acquire more data, expanding our solution to up to 500,000 small retailers by early next year. Please contact me if you'd like to join us on this revolutionary journey.
Okay, questions for Johan and Max?
No questions, but they want to say it was very well delivered.
Hey, Pankaj, I have one question for Max, and Max is actually a very good friend. Max, as compared to Shopify, do you have a very similar solution, or is it something different than Shopify, where they actually allow the clients to use their entire merchandise and a few assets as well?
Yeah, we had 2 new clients agreed in Singapore today, and both of them are moving away from Shopify. One moving away from Shopify, the other moving away from their own e-commerce. And the reason is that there are data limitations with Shopify, but Shopify does not have an integrated supply chain management, warehousing, and e-fulfillment product. And so there's a real need in the market for that.
Thank you. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. One more question. Yeah, Mukta, go ahead, please.
Thanks, Pankaj. I think Shopify did do a partnership with Flexport, right, for all the logistics related problems. So I'm quite interested in understanding the incentives for different players on the platform, including manufacturer, distributor, and the operator or the retailer, because there are a lot of different companies, there are a lot of large brands, and who owns the data.
So
and
for fulfillment into the US internationally and freight forwarding, Flexport is a good solution. For intra-Asia, for Southeast Asia fulfillment, for domestic Indonesia or domestic Philippines, Flexport can't do that. And that's a big difference. So Flexport just doesn't have all logistics capabilities across the world, and they are a transactional provider. They're not a platform.
I'll add 15 seconds to that, if I may. So I think the major difference here is being able to tie in the distribution to the execution of logistics and supply chain, like up and down the various players. Flexport is a good example of what a digitally connected manufacturer would be. In this case, in the retail space, like sari stores or Warung, there's very little connection, if at all any. So this is an opportunity for us to connect each of those retail networks into an actual brand or distributor network.
Thanks a lot, Johan and Max. We will have to move on to the next presentation. It's EthAum's, which is a Hong Kong-based startup helping manufacturing and logistics clients to transform their manual production logistics scheduling. And here we go.
Imagine a system that can automatically optimize the scheduling plans. Imagine it can coordinate all the available resources, traverse across millions of possible schedules, and then select the most cost-efficient one. Instead of taking hours to do so, as most skilled planners would require, this system can do it within a couple of minutes. EthAum's has built such a system. We do it based on innovative operations research technology. Given a scheduling problem, we can convert it to a mathematical model. And then by applying optimization algorithms, we'll get the optimal solution, which in turn gives us the best scheduling plan. The two crucial steps in between are packaged as the system we offer to clients. As simple as using a calculator. Users only need to input data to our system, and then we'll get the decision they want. As a real case, our system is being deployed in a listed manufacturer in China. Our system enables dynamic data-driven scheduling, thus empowering a faster response to common production disruptions or any rescheduling need. Machine idle time, late penalties, labor costs can all be reduced, translating to a cost saving of 20% for our clients, which means millions of RMB per year for each plant. Apart from production scheduling, our system also applies to data mining, employee rostering, and logistics scheduling. For each, we have also secured clients and observed a significant cost reduction. There are a few competitors in the market. The major one is APAC system. Compared with them, our system is more flexible, user-friendly, and can satisfy the customized needs at a lower cost. Here is our revenue model. In early stage, we charge development fees. In duplication stage, we sell our system to other clients in the same industry. Our system addresses the most encountered problems in a certain industry. Therefore, it can be sold to other clients in the same industry with only minor adjustments. This gives us a huge revenue potential. This is our core team. We have professors and PhDs from renowned universities, specialized in AI optimization, IT, and BD. We'll leverage on the extensive business network of our team, as well as the experience accumulated from existing projects to expand business quickly. We just get started, but we're growing fast. Currently, we mainly focus on clients in Hong Kong and Greater China as our beachhead. In the coming 2 years, we'll expand to global markets. Our goal is to become the leading supplier of data-driven scheduling solutions in the Asia-Pacific region. As for fundraising, we plan to do it in half a year's time. We'll ask for $2 million for 10% shares, and the money will be used for R&D as well as business development. With EthAum's, factories are one step nearer to Industry 4.0. Are you ready to join us on this exciting journey?
Okay, questions for Sherry? Anybody? There's poll on your screen. Okay, if there's no question, then I would love to get started with the next presentation, which is B2Metric. It's a Turkey-based startup helping Fortune 500 organizations predict and reduce consumer churn using AI ML. And here we go. It didn't start. Okay.
Hi everyone, this is Murat. I am CEO of B2Metric. B2Metric is an AI-powered customer journey predictive analytics solutions for marketing and growth teams of each company size that predicts user behaviors in real time and optimizes user retention by understanding customers' next actions. So what are the problems in the market? The most common problems are low user retention rates, unsuccessful behavior analytics, and lack of understanding customer behavior and non-optimized campaigns. B2Metric provides a unifying layer of a platform that learns continuously and orchestrates customer journeys and product analytics across all interactions in digital apps. Data analytic teams are using explainable AI and AutoML features. However, product and marketing teams use crystal clear B2ML analytics dashboards and intelligent marketing features. Product teams. So here it shows 360-degree B2M customer journey predictive platform use cases. B2Metric analyzes omnichannel data from product event analytics, marketing automation, and CRMs, and many more. Then creates the best user segments automatically, analyzes each user's behaviors and growth trends, and also generates predictions of the user's next best actions. Our marketing growth optimizes creates AI-based recommendation that increase user retention 35% and also increases sales and incomes by 30% on average.
Hi, this is Tuna. I'm CTO of B2Metric. With the B2M IQ Analytics platform, we aim to increase user retention by up to 25% with the AI-based personalized campaigns and marketing action results. Also, we optimize personalized marketing campaigns and user segments with the monitoring user behaviors. Of course, brands are using different marketing platform solutions according to their growth needs. B2Metric combines all the data points from all these platforms into one dashboard, which saves 60% time and effort. You can see an example of B2Metric IQ Analytics demo screen. All target sectors have their own customized predictive analytics insights dashboard into B2Metric platforms. For easy to use and readability, dashboards and ML models can be easily redesigned and used by the marketing team members.
For instance, Allianz Insurance digital platforms use B2Metric to increase user open rates and retention in their mobile apps up to 30%, cross-selling and upselling by up to 15%. Likewise, in our dashboards for other customers, we follow different metrics such as trends of users, screen flows, when the user opened the apps and when they stopped, so on and so forth. Our company raised 450K in 2021. We are expecting 400 year-over-year growth for the next year from now on. We are looking for a strategic angels and VCs. We are targeting $1 million revenue for the next year. For seed round, our target is raising $3 million and already got committed $1 million. The market size of customer journey predictive analytics is potentially expected to grow $7 billion in 2028. B2Metric marketing intelligence is trusted by the brands like Allianz, Avis, Türk Telekom, MediaMarkt, and MetLife, Zurich, Active Bank, and 50 more global brands in 8 countries. Thank you so much for listening to us.
Okay, do we have questions for Murat and team?
In terms of your customers, trying to predict churn and therefore having more retention, which is the biggest market that you see?
Our biggest market is insurance right now, and also telco. But the biggest market is mid-level banking and finance companies. We will see that. We have started to work on it. Fintech, finance, and also banking companies, or especially mid-level market in all over the world, US and Europe and even Asia.
And that's kind of where I was thinking that a lot of the analytics, at least we see in this part of the world around it, is with the credit card companies who are trying to predict when the customer is going to cancel their credit card or come on.
Exactly. You know what? Not only credit cards, the bankings and finance companies are becoming digitally super apps, right? They are changing to sell much more products like Bitcoin or grocery delivery even. So while they are changing their app strategy, they are gathering much more customer data. They need to focus which customers what and why do they churn and something, what do they want actually as a recommendation. In that manner, they need AI for do the best customer segmentation and churn prediction. Thank you.
Thank you.
One last question for B2Metric. Okay, if there is no question, then please use the chat section later. Next is IronYun, which is a Series B stage startup from the US serving 50 Fortune 500 organizations with the video intelligence platform. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Paul Sun, the CEO for IronYun. IronYun is an AI video analytics software company for the B2B marketplace. IronYun is headquartered in Stamford, Connecticut, US, with branch offices in Singapore, Taiwan, and Europe. Our mission is to become the leader in AI vision. The market for AI security and AI vision is one of the fastest growing fields in the IT world. The problem we're solving is currently there are over 1 billion security cameras deployed worldwide in cities, enterprises, corporations, and many critical infrastructure locations. The majority of these cameras are not actively being monitored in real time. Our flagship AI vision product is called Video. Video is composed of over 30 security and software analytics modules. The type of use cases including security-related and safety of video search, appearance search, person and face search, vehicle license plate identification, face recognition, weapons detection, smoke and fire recognition. Our software product is currently deployed in over 30 countries. For example, the Lulu Mall is one of the largest retail chains in Asia. Our AI software are now deployed in 6 malls in India, including this mall shown here, the Bangalore. The second example is a prestigious critical infrastructure project in Abu Dhabi, the Emirates Nuclear Power Energy Corporation, which operates the largest nuclear power plant in the Middle East. Third example is our customer in Taiwan, Formosa Plastic, one of the largest chemical manufacturing company in the world. Many of you followed the World Cup soccer in Qatar. Anyuan AI video analytics are deployed in over 300 World Quad gas stations. The main applications are video search, license plate recognition, vehicle make and model identification. Other examples in the US market, the Gillette Stadium, one of the largest stadiums where the Patriots National Football League team plays in Foxborough, Massachusetts. The second is an Ally Bank where they deploy our video nationwide. A third example is the Disney ESPN corporate headquarters. We have a very capital efficient go-to-market sales model. Our software is sold primarily through our channel partners and system integrators, including some of the largest integrator in the US, Convergent Technology, Siemens Global, Annixter, and ADI. We have recruited a seasoned, experienced management team. I am a serial entrepreneur with many successful exits in venture-backed startup companies. Example is a company I started called DSL.net. The company went public on NASDAQ in 2001 with an IPO valuation of over 1.5 billion. To meet our growing customer demand and explosive sales, Anyuan is currently raising a 12 million Series B round. Of the 12 million round, 7.2 million or 60% of the capital has already been committed. We're looking for additional 5 million more in new capital. Thank you.
Okay, do we have questions for Paul? And here's the poll on your screen. Okay, anybody? Nick, yep, please go ahead.
Paul, you've got an impressive list of customers. Can you talk about what revenue traction you've achieved?
Yes, for year to date, we have booked over $4 million in sales. We're projected by the end of the year, it will be over 5 million.
And how much is recurring?
About 20% is recurring.
Okay. Any follow-up question, Nick?
That's good, thank you.
Okay. Next is Expediente Azul, and we have founders dialing in from Mexico. It's a startup which is helping fintech B2B lenders with automated onboarding of customers and document gathering. Here we go.
According to the World Bank, easy access to capital is an important activity that improves a community well-being. We are here to narrow down the space between money and the correct hands that can put it to work. Hi, my name is Juan Carlos Gonzalez, co-founder of Expediente Azul. Expediente Azul is a highly specialized white-label SaaS platform that digitalizes all document gathering process, automate follow-up on data submission, interconnect anti-fraud technology, and eliminate all the manual work needed to consolidate a case file in a secure and centralized data room. Our customers value us due to our fast implementation process, low entry costs, and ultra-flexible, no-code onboarding platform that unstructured data markets need. On the other side of the coin, we are creating an ecosystem where big financial institutions can meet with smaller ones in order to help fund their operations. Again, we are getting capital closer to the correct hands. Do you share the excitement with us? Our go-to-market strategy in other geographies besides Mexico has been implemented in Brazil, Puerto Rico, Ecuador, and Colombia. The process has been the following one. First, we find a strong local player in one or more industry that we know we can deliver value, like financial institutions, brokers, real estate, insurance, legal services. In general, any service that needs plenty of information and documents before serving its own customers. Later on, we create a joint strategy and agree upon a business model that we can stick to. After an initial validation, with a small prospect list, we tropicalize and fine-tune our wording in order to start scaling up our commercial endeavor. By the last quarter of 2022, we served more than 120 customers in Mexico, Caribe, Ecuador, Colombia, and Brazil. Besides that, we are opening operations in Singapore and Peru. Right now, we are raising $500,000 in order to consolidate our presence in the markets we serve. We have ambitions planned on product development, marketing, and really talented headcount. We have been growing more than 200% each year since 1919, and we will surpass this tendency this 2022 and 2023 thanks to the new markets that we're exploring and the maturity of our technology. I will love to hear from you. We appreciate experience, network, or capital that can help us out to narrow down the space between the capital and the best hands that can put it to work. Thank you.
Okay, that is Expediente Azul, and we have Roberto and Juan dialing from Mexico to answer your questions. Please. Please don't spoil their excitement. Okay, I think there is no question at the moment. If there are more questions, please use the chat section, and obviously there is a poll on your screen. Please use that to show your interest. Okay, moving on, the next startup is Mobile Cards, which is a Hong Kong-based startup serving the F&B customers in Hong Kong and Taiwan with the CRM loyalty solution. And here we go.
I'm Keith Lee from Mobile Cards. Let's talk about SaaS CRM solution. When we talk to owners of small shops about marketing automation or CDP, they have no idea of what it is. They all know that enterprise got unparalleled advantage on business by making good use of data. But what about small merchants? That's why we're here, to bring small to medium merchants enterprise-level loyalty solution in SaaS model, enabling them to automate marketing strategies and retain customers, just like what the biggest corporates are doing. We equip merchants with app and online tools. Call an example, boosting the gross amount per sushi order by 40% with a good user experience. Speed up cake shop member acquisition by 3 times means speed up the mobile cake ordering. Our solution can help companies from different sectors, from retail, F&B, to even service industry. We got really good traction, engaged more than 500 happy customers in our portfolio. We make our customers happy and their customers loyal. So what is our key to success? We have a good product. Our proprietary 1-minute build self-service platform turned the merchant's Facebook page into a loyalty application, Speedy. Promotion, booking, ordering, SME merchants are now affordable to roll out enterprise-grade rewards rule sets to enhance stickiness with their customers. Thanks to Open API, we are connecting with more than 20 solution providers or partners in different regions to enable a holistic total solution. we not only bring merchants a CRM software, but lead them to enter an ecosystem of digital experience. We have been actively promoting our products and recognized by various renowned industry awards. We founded in 2016, then organically expanded to Taiwan in 2019. We are trusted by international brands, and we hit more than $1.5 million revenue in 2021. We are expanding with real profit. We got 145% revenue and 94% profit year-on-year growth in 2021. We found the pandemic actually unveiled the real value of SaaS business. Mobile cards is highly scalable, widely beloved by merchants in Hong Kong, Taiwan, and we are now entering the Southeast Asia market. We are looking for strategic investors in Southeast Asia with business connections to speed up our expansion to Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand. The fund will be used for building up teams and localized products, which would quickly contribute revenue in return. It's our target to be a leader of SaaS marketing tech business in the region. I am Keith Lee, the founder of Mobile Cards. Thank you.
Okay, questions for mobile cards? Keith, while people are thinking about the question, do you want to make any comment about mobile cards? Please go ahead, Abhya.
Yeah, this is SME marketing solution, right? Are you looking at a specific geography in APAC in terms of the market that you're targeting?
Hey, I think I'll take this question. I'm Jeffrey, one of the co-founders of Mobile Cards as well. So yes, we are looking at a few specific regions for now. So we are expanding to right now Singapore, Malaysia, and also have some network in Thailand, and also looking at Vietnam as well. So where things are having progress are in Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand. And then ongoing, we are also interested in, let's say, Indonesia and Vietnam as well.
And in terms of roadmap, is that your first few targets or that's the main focus for the next 5 years?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
I'm saying that in terms of your go-to-market, like geographically, the countries that you mentioned, is that like the key targets for the next 5 years?
Yeah, of course. Like we have been doing quite okay in our main markets, that is Hong Kong and Taiwan, and we think the model is very replicable. So expanding regionally, it's definitely the key target. Like we are not satisfied with just our current local regions, and we think there is a huge potential, especially when we are looking at SMEs. Like SME market is huge everywhere. They also need this kind of solution to help them reach the enterprise level. So, yeah, so we think there's huge potential, and that's our focus.
Thanks a lot, Jeffrey. Thanks, Abhya. Next is Promex, which offers a regulated platform for the exchange of carbon credits. Here we go.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mark Ho, a co-founder of Promex.
My name is Guido Gravania, also a co-founder of Promex.
Promex is a marketplace to buy, sell, and manage voluntary carbon credits. On our platform, buyers and sellers will interact and trade on a central electronic order book without any intermediaries, and the resulting transactions are settled instantly. We deliver transparency, efficiency, and low costs to all our users. Our aim is to get everyone access to carbon credits, and we are regulated by the Hong Kong government. Let's take a look at the industry problems. First, carbon markets are complex and accessed through different layers of intermediaries. Some VCCs offerings are of poor quality. Prices and transactions are intransparent and not consolidated, and it's quite difficult for consumers and SMEs to access the carbon market. Promex solves this problem. First, we operate an open and efficient regulated marketplace Our technology is user-friendly and highly scalable, with robotic onboarding, central order book, as well as supporting common payment channels. Our inclusive market models and high-quality VCC are accessible by all verified companies and individuals. Carbon market is global, and its size is growing very fast. The annual transaction value has grown 4 times year on year. It's forecast to grow 15x to 30x by 2030. Our technology platform is live and operational, and we have secure commitment from business partners to access our carbon market, including Treasure Carbon, a major advisory firm in Shanghai, 2 ESG consulting firms in Hong Kong, an island-based climate fund, as well as a China-based panel. Over to you, Guido.
We are working with reputable registries to list top carbon credits. Through our personal network, we committed both buyers and sellers of carbon credits to generate initial liquidity on our marketplace. Next year, we can start scaling our platform with more products and choices for our users. There is no market leader in our space yet, as it is still in its infancy. We stand out as being regulated in Hong Kong, building trust with users, providing a low-cost transaction platform with 50 to 80% lower fees than our competition, and by shaping an inclusive market model. We have a diversified and experienced team with the right skill set to execute our business strategy, supported by expert advisors. Multiple sources of revenues let us earn attractive margins along the value chain of carbon trade, predicted to grow rapidly. With our proprietary technology stack and lean cost structure, we can break into this market and be very competitive from the start. We can be faster, more agile, and focused on users. Our revenues are projected to grow exponentially, modeled on realistic scenarios for our possible market share in the growing carbon markets. We previously raised $500,000 and are now looking to raise an additional $1 million from strategic investors. We hope you enjoyed the presentation and look forward to further dialogue.
Okay, question for Promex team.
Yeah, Pankaj, Sanjay here. I have a question. Promex team, this is a very new concept for me actually, to think that you can actually buy carbon credit, and please correct me here. We can actually buy carbon credit to offset some of the greenhouse gas emissions that I may have produced as a manufacturer. Did I get it correct?
Yeah, you're right. Hi. You can buy through brokers or other intermediaries in the market, or you can go directly to certain marketplace or registry operators like United Nations. You can go to their website and buy certain carbon credits issued under the registry of CDM, for example. Yeah.
I see a couple of hands raised. So Vivek, do you want to go next?
Yeah. Quick question. Do you have a mechanism to ensure that companies that buy carbon credits in order to offset their carbon footprint are, not greenwashing, but they are? Do you have that system in place, or do you have that capability in place on the site?
Now, thanks for that question. What we have ensured is that all the carbon credits available on our markets are genuine and they have been verified. For example, if you possess certain carbon credits certified by an established registry, you have to transfer your carbon credits to our designated account with that particular registry. So there's no double counting or whatever. So once the buyers wants to bought the carbon credits and they want to offset their own carbon footprint, then they can go through our platform and then issue a request to offset their carbon credits. So an appropriate certification will be issued by the relevant registry and issued back to that buyer, so that the buyer, once getting this certification, can confirm that they are actually have done certain things to offset their own carbon footprint. So they can show that evidence to their regulatory authority or stakeholders wherever is applicable.
Thanks a lot, Mark. I see there's another question from Mukta. Please go ahead quickly.
Thanks, Pankaj. I have a question similar to the previous question. There's no global standardization of what qualifies as a carbon credit in one country versus another. Different bodies authorize that, and so how do you enable cross-border? And if you do, then how do you make sure that the carbon credit, which may be issued in one country, may actually qualify as a credit in another country?
Now, we are referring here is on voluntary carbon credits. So in the voluntary carbon credit space, there are certain established registries out there which are recognized as international standards. So people, are mostly looking to use this type of carbon credit certified by established registry. For example, one in the US and a couple in the EU countries. So these are sort of the industry standard recognized by a lot of buyers.
Okay, thanks a lot, Mark. The next presentation is Chain of Demand, which is providing retail investors access to the professional grade investment opportunities using a no-code AI platform and proprietary data sets. Here we go.
Hi, my name is AJ Mack, and I'm the founder and CEO of Chain of Demand. We are a next generation AI investment platform for the new generation of investors. The recent market meltdown sparked by the collapse of the crypto exchange FTX has highlighted two important points. Number one, investors need to diversify their portfolio and invest in multiple asset classes. Number two, social media's undeniable impact on market movements calls for better social media analytics. But there's just so much data out there and across so many different channels, it's almost impossible to collect, crunch, and comprehend everything in a short amount of time, especially in today's fast-changing markets. There's a saying that goes, during a gold rush, sell shovels. And that's exactly what we're doing. Our integrated investment platform offers professional-grade tools and data sets for investors to create their own AI trading signals and investment strategies, all the while not having to write a single line of code at a fraction of the cost and in just 5 minutes, which is over 1,000 times faster than the average 5 days it takes professionals to create their own AI models from scratch. From charts to strategy backtesting to automated trading bots, expert traders can leverage the power of AI to supercharge their investments. For general investors, we offer simple trading signals as well as verified strategies that they can easily invest into and earn passive income. As an example, one of our internal strategies for EthAum's that tracks news and social media data, among other metrics, was able to capture profit over the week of the FTX crisis. News first broke out on November 2nd, and as our model analyzed data over that weekend, it triggered an entry signal for a short position on November 6th, right before the drop, and then triggered an exit signal on November 8th, right before a rebound. Of course, our models are not always correct, but it's examples like this that shows how our platform can help investors not only make profit, but also minimize risk. One of our main advantages is that we're the first and only investment platform to offer users the ability to create their own AI signals without any coding. While there are other platforms out there that offer data or trading bots, they're all purely based on technical analysis to generate signals. Our technology was partly co-developed with Carnegie Mellon University, one of the top AI universities in the world. We've also been analyzing alternative data and building our proprietary NLP models for the past 5 years, giving us a unique advantage over the competition. We're looking to engage in corporate partnerships to scale our business to the millions of investors that are already using different exchanges, brokerages, and financial platforms. Our revenue model includes monthly subscription plans for individuals and professionals, as well as fees and rebates from our partnerships. Even before our public launch, we've already had over 700 users sign up on the waiting list. And usage from early beta users continues to increase by over 50% month over month. We've also been in discussion with half a dozen funds and exchanges for potential collaborations. Our management team has a combined 50 years of experience in data analytics, finance, machine learning, and building tech platforms. We're now looking for strategic investors and partners to help us fulfill unmet market needs and to reach 1 million in ARR in the next 18 months. Contact us now for a demo and a free trial subscription. Thank you, and we'll look forward to meeting with you.
Okay, questions for AJ? Anybody? Okay. If there are no questions, probably you are seeing a poll on your screen. Please fill that. Now, I would love to request jury to share their thoughts on the startups. Probably you can talk about 1 or 2 startups that stood out for you. I would start with Abhay.
Yeah, so I will just look at the list because I know the themes of that company because I have a B2C background. The AI company doing predictive analytics on labs and therefore enabling retention, that definitely stood out for me. My stint at Qantas Loyalty, one of the things that we understood was how valuable it was to be able to retain a customer and increase the customer lifetime value by cross-selling other products and so on. So retention is definitely valuable in an economy where offers and rewards typically tend to cause a lot of customer attrition. And the SME marketing solution, I like that solution as well. But I wonder, and I come from India, so I kind of have this view in mind, and that could be a limited view of the world, is how scalable that is. If the focus is currently just Southeast Asia, might be varied. I'm not doubting that. But though I love the solution for SME marketing tools, I wonder about its scalability given the geographic focus that the business has at this point. But both those businesses were very great to learn about.
Fantastic, Abhay. Thanks a lot. Vish? Or
yes.
Sanjay? Yeah, go ahead, Vish. Yeah.
Sure. Thanks, Pankaj. Yeah, thanks everyone for being here and presenting. I think most of the questions that I had in mind were already answered by the pitch deck. So that's a very good sign of the pitch decks that you guys made. So thanks for that. The 2 companies I would say that stood out for me was Kiri, because we're very big in the cybersecurity space. We're still investing in that space. And that's something that I would love to know more about, how you guys are doing that. And another one, I'm sorry, I'll just go through the list. Another one that stood out was Cloudworks. So yeah, we're big in the metaverse space as well. We're very bullish on Web3. So we're still trying to figure out the possibilities and of collaboration there. And there's a lot of opportunities there, but there's a lot of noise at the same time. So Cloudworks that stood out to me that way. But yeah, that's something interesting, and we'd love to talk more. And I'll look at the pitch deck and the video in detail after the call, and we'll definitely love to get in touch.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Vish. You might be seeing poll for B2Metric again because there was some technical glitch in the last one. So that's why I relaunched this. Sanjay Desai?
Yes, thank you very much. 2 things stood out for me. One was the Promex Carbon, really because of the sustainability focus that we need to have and controlling our greenhouse gas emissions. So this is a new concept for me. You can actually buy carbon and you can actually sell carbon. So, you know, you have a way to manage your industry output as well as you could do something there in terms of carbon. I need to understand more. So I'll get connected with the startup accordingly. Second one was Maxus Liberia Foundation. Clearly the retail is there and the modern retail will stay. And the post solutions that they have using blockchain technology with the amount of consumers that will come back again to the retail platform, at least for the next decade, is going to be a very exciting prospect for Liberia. So these 2 startups, Pankaj, stand out for me.
Thanks a lot, Sanjay.
Back to you.
Appreciate it. Nick from View Ventures. Yep, Nick.
Congratulations, guys. Those great presentations. I thought Kiri was interesting, kind of like what Vish mentioned. It's a very hot space, and cybersecurity is very interesting. Love to hear more about the technology and the IP. The other one was Libra, Max. We've invested in something in Africa, which is helping mom and pop supply chain. And so, you know, there's potential sort of collaboration there. Love to hear.
Thanks a lot, Nick. Elias?
Hi, yes. Well, me personally, I thought that CloudWorks was one of the most interesting ones that I came across, especially on the the defensibility side. So yeah, I'd like to learn a bit more about them.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Elias. Talent?
Yes, thank you very much. I think everybody did a great job, and yeah, I guess my excitement was well satisfied. Yeah, but I'm very curious to speak more to CloudWorks because currently I'm looking for a no-code solution to add to our portfolio. So I think there could be some synergies there. I would be really happy to have a chat with them and see if we could work something out together.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot. Harleen?
I think I've pretty much mimicked a lot of the interest here. CloudWorks for me too. Would love to learn more post-call. But thank you for all your pitches.
Thanks a lot, Harleen. I see Sanjay Gupta has joined. I don't know if you were able to introduce yourself, Sanjay. Okay. Did I miss anybody else? Okay. Again, thanks a lot, Judy, for joining the session today. Really appreciate the audience as well as startup founders because it's extremely difficult to put your pitch in the 4 minutes. I know some founders had to do multiple takes to make sure that everything is coming really well in that 4-minute long presentation. I really appreciate everybody's time today, the questions that you asked. I hope that we can connect with the startups later on, try to figure out the synergies. It could be doing pilots together, co-selling the solution together, making the investments or helping them with the go-to-market strategy. Obviously, these startups are trying to tackle enterprises in different geographies, including Southeast Asia. So if you have right kind of connections for different startups, please let us know. We would love to work with you, connect with you, and make sure that we are able to help these startups growing in Southeast Asia region. Again, thanks a lot for your time today. Really appreciate it and hope we can reconnect later after the event. Take care, stay safe. Bye.
Thanks, Pankaj.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Great job.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Take care.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.